We are Future Radio.
We've got on the line now our guests, Rob Davis and Merilee Karr, to talk to us about people in rented accommodation and the challenges they face during the current COVID rules and Christmas coming and being from maybe different families all living in the same household. How does it work? So, Rob and Merilee, welcome.
Good afternoon. Good
afternoon to you. Sorry, it was my fault that we couldn't talk to you a few moments ago, so slap wrist on my part. No, welcome both. Let's start off first of all. What are the challenges facing people in rented accommodation this Christmas?
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think it's more of an opportunity than a challenge. Obviously, throughout this year, there have been loads of restrictions in place. And with the upcoming release over Christmas, what this means is that if an individual family is traveling to see other family over the Christmas period, they're able to rent accommodation nearby their family to be able to spend the maximum time they can with their family over the period. But also up to 3 households can come together and rent a place so that they can have that period all together. So actually there's an opportunity over this period that, you know, maybe not everyone's aware of, that being able to rent accommodation, a private home during the Christmas period can allow people to really spend the time that everyone's been looking forward to over Christmas with close family and friends.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it that way. But it is, as you explain it, a really brilliant opportunity for people to really be able to enjoy Christmas with their family.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that's interesting about the way the government's done it is that only one individual household can book a hotel, but up to 3 households can book a home to stay in. And, you know, that's an incredible opportunity. You know, maybe some families don't have enough space to accommodate those 3 households all together, but they're really wanting to spend time together and not just spend a day, you know, really to maximize the couple of days together. And so private rented accommodation, you know, the short-term rental sector, holiday homes, you know, it's all part of the same thing. That's all a real opportunity for people to make the most of quality time together over the period. The Short-Term Accommodation Association is the industry body, and we've got companies, you know, everything from Home Away and Airbnb through to smaller companies. So luxury companies like One Fine Stay and UnderTheDoormat, Sykes Cottages, and companies across the country, small and large, who have this, you know, these wonderful homes that can be offered. And over this period, it's a unique time this year for people to rent them and really make the most of the time with families.
So you've talked about some of the rules. You mentioned rented houses and you mentioned hotels. So is that the extent of the rules, or can you outline in a little bit more detail what the rules are?
Yeah, so I mean, what's really interesting is in terms of accommodation, as I say, an individual household can stay in a hotel. So that is perfectly permitted. Individual households can book a home. And up to 3 households can also book a home together. So that's the simple rules in terms of booking accommodation. But I think what's also interesting is then how those rules then extend. So for example, only individual households can go to the pub. However, if 3 households come together, they can be at home and they can order takeaway from that very same pub or from another delivery service. So the household bubbles are really limited to private accommodation, whether that's your own home or a home that you've rented. So bringing together those households over those days. But as soon as you go out to public places, whether that's a pub or indeed a hotel, then in those cases, you would still be limited to 1 household. So I think that hopefully helps people to just understand a little bit more how to follow the rules. But obviously then that opens up lots of new traditions and new opportunities for people, you know, to get takeaway from their favorite restaurant or local pub, you know, to order from services like Mindful Chef or others who are offering Christmas packages where then people can prepare their own Christmas meal, but it's all organized for them. And so there are all kinds of new ways ways to enjoy Christmas during what is a quite unusual year for everyone.
It is actually, but you're painting a lovely picture actually of renting a nice big house, getting three families together and ordering in your Christmas dinner pre-prepared and all the trimmings and everything. This sounds wonderful. I don't think I'd envisaged that was going to be possible if you'd spoken to me a month ago, and I think a lot of people would have felt the same way. So it's quite positive. And of course, you've got your 7-point plan. Tell us about that.
So basically, the 7-point plan is just how you can actually take advantage of the Christmas. So it is about being able to rent accommodation together as a group. It is about being able to rent accommodation near your family to maximize that time together. It's about being able to order in from your favorite delivery service or your local restaurant or pub and being able to take advantage of that. So it's all of these things which can help people to really maximize what is a kind of unique opportunity in the midst of a year 2020, which has been hard for so many. And I really hope that, by following some of the ideas in this plan, that people can understand how to do it responsibly and make sure that they are following the rules, but also maximizing that ability to spend time with loved ones that in many cases people haven't been able to see this year. On the UKSTAA.org website, you can see that 7-point plan. So feel free to have a look at that. We hope to hear from others about how, being able to stay in a home, either together as a family or as individuals booking near their families, is helping people to enjoy the holidays. My company UnderTheDoormat is based in London, and we've seen a surge of demand for people booking homes, particularly close to family members, so that they can really enjoy that period. And as you say, I think a lot of people didn't think that was possible even a couple of weeks ago. So I think it's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, something wonderful to look forward to before the end of the year, hopefully for many. And we hope as an industry to be able to help people have those wonderful memories.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. So the 7-point plan, I'm sure people will want to have a look at that and think about it. Having heard what you say, I think there might be a lot of people out there who are thinking, wow, I didn't know I could do that. So where can they find out more?
So as I say, it's www.ukstaa.org. So have a look there. We'll try and make sure that we can put it at the top so that it's easier for people to find. Also check out our social media channels, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. And we'll make sure that's up there and easy for people to find as well.
Brilliant. Merilee, thank you for that. I think that'll be what you've just said in the last 10 minutes. I think will be very welcome to a lot of people out there. So thank you for bringing us that optimism and positivity. And thanks for coming on and talking to us today.
You're welcome. Thanks very much for having us and wishing everyone a wonderful holiday.
Absolutely. And Merry Christmas to you as well. I was talking there to Merilee Karr. She is CEO of UnderTheDoormat and chair of the UK Short-Term Accommodation Association.
We are Future Radio.